Imagine for a second that you are sitting on your porch on a Tuesday evening watching the sun set over the beautiful horizon of Kaiama in Kwara State. The air is cool, kids are playing, and the day is winding down. But suddenly, the peace is shattered by the sound of heavy engines and footsteps. That is exactly how the nightmare began for the people of Woro and Nuku communities. This isn't just a news headline. This is a story of resilience in the face of a sudden dark cloud that descended on a peaceful neighborhood. Reports are coming in that a group of bandits, arriving in large numbers, stormed these villages and changed everything in a matter of hours. It is truly heartbreaking because these are people who just want to farm, trade, and live their lives. But instead, they were met with fire and chaos. The attackers didn't just target property. They moved through the streets, and before anyone could process what was happening, several residents had lost their lives. We're talking about fathers, mothers, and neighbors who were just part of the community 24 hours ago. Houses that took years of hard work to build were turned into smoke and ash in minutes. If you are feeling for these people right now, please hit that like button to show your support for the victims and stay with me as we dive deeper into why this is happening. Now, you might be wondering, how did they get there? Well, the gist gets even more intense. Cayama shares a border with the massive Borgu National Park. Think of it like a giant, dense forest that stretches across states. Security experts believe these bandits use the thick trees and hidden paths of the park as their hideouts. They wait in the shadows of the forest, cross over to launch these hit-and-run attacks, and then disappear back into the woods before help can arrive. It's a cat-and-mouse game that has left the local residents feeling very uneasy. We really need to talk about how we can better protect our forest borders so that our farmers can feel safe again. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you these important updates that affect our brothers and sisters across the country. The Kwara State government has stepped up to speak on this, and they are not mincing words. Governor AbdulRahman AbdulRazaq has made it clear that these attacks are actually a sign that the bandits are feeling the heat. He believes that because the Nigerian Army and security agencies have been raiding their camps and making life difficult for them elsewhere, they are lashing out at soft targets like Kaiama to cause a distraction. It's like a wounded animal striking out because it's backed into a corner. The governor has promised that the state will not back down and that security is being tightened to ensure this never happens again. But let's be real for a moment. The people on the ground are mourning. While the government works on the big picture strategy, there are families today who don't have a roof over their heads. This brings up a huge question for all of us watching. How can we better support our rural communities? Should we have more community policing where locals who know the land are given more power to protect their homes? Or should we use more technology like drones to watch the forests? It's a tough conversation, but one we need to have. Make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications turned on because we are going to keep tracking this story to see how the recovery efforts go. As we look at the photos of the burnt houses and the empty streets of Woro and Nuku, it reminds us that peace is something we should never take for granted. The people of Kwara are known for their harmony and their welcoming nature, and it's a tragedy to see that peace interrupted. But Nigerians are strong, and the people of Kayama are even stronger. They are already coming together to help one another, sharing food and shelter with those who lost everything. It's that spirit of being our brother's keeper that will get them through this. So, what do you think? Do you think moving more soldiers to the forest borders is the final answer, or do we need a different approach entirely? I really want to know your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's get the discussion going. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps the YouTube algorithm show this story to more people so the world knows what's happening in Kayama. Your engagement helps us grow and keeps the spotlight on these important issues. To really understand the full picture, we have to look at how the community is picking up the pieces. Right now, the atmosphere in Kayama is a mixture of sadness and serious determination. Many of the survivors are currently being housed in temporary camps or staying with relatives in neighboring towns because their own homes are just piles of rubble. It's a tough situation, but the local government is already moving in to help. The Ministry of Social Development has been tasked with providing food, blankets, and medical supplies to those who are displaced. If you are watching this, I want to show some love to the people of Kwara. Please hit that like button right now. It shows the community that they are not alone in this. The security response is also hitting a new level of intensity. The Chief of Army Staff has given a very clear marching order to the troops in the area. They have been told to flush out every single criminal hiding in those forests within a month. We're seeing more soldiers and heavy equipment moving toward the border towns, and the Joint Security Task Force, which includes the police and local vigilantes, is conducting what they call a show of force. This means they are patrolling the streets and the forest edges to let these bandits know that Kayama is no longer a playground for them. It's a bold move, and we are all praying it brings lasting peace. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to do it so you can stay updated on whether these operations are successful. What's truly inspiring is the role of the local vigilantes. These are brave men from the community who know every tree and every path in the forest. They are working side by side with the army, acting as guides and providing eyes on the ground that a regular soldier might not have. There's a real sense that the community has had enough and is standing up to reclaim their land. It's this kind of unity that usually wins the day, but they need our support and our prayers. As we look forward, the government is also talking about fixing the Kishi-Kayama road. You might wonder why a road matters during a security crisis, but good roads mean that security vehicles can reach these remote villages much faster when there is an emergency. It's all part of a bigger plan to make Kayama a no-go zone for criminals. So, here's the big question for today. Do you think giving more power and better equipment to local vigilantes is the best way to stop these forest attacks, or should we rely strictly on the military? I'm really curious to see what you think about this, so please leave a comment below. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep bringing these important stories to light and ensures that the voices of people in places like Woro and Nuku are heard far and wide.